Sin in the Second City, Madams, Ministers, Playboys, and the Battle for America's Soul. By Karen Abbott. Narrated by Joyce Bean. Copyright 2007 by Karen Abbott. This unabridged audiobook is published by arrangement with Random House, an imprint of the Random House Publishing Group, a division of Random House Incorporated, and was produced in the year 2007 by Tantor Media Incorporated, which holds the copyright thereto. Author's Note: The Girls Who Disappeared. In 1905, a woman named Catherine Phelan said her first and final goodbye to the red-roofed cottages and soaring church spires of Ljubljana, Slovenia, and boarded a boat to America. 21 years old and a devout Catholic, she prayed about what lay ahead: work as a domestic and abuse from strange neighborhood men who tricked her into reciting English curse words. She raised 6 children, my grandmother among them, and experienced a heartbreak not uncommon to immigrants at the turn of the last century. A sibling who accompanied her on the trip from Europe ventured to Chicago and was never seen again. This sibling's disappearance became her lone defining trait. My great-grandmother, I'm told, refused to speak of her, and over time I've imagined this lost relative's face, retraced unknown steps, filled in the blanks of her life by probing the city that might have taken it. Chicago in that year experienced a particularly brutal crime wave, not since a mild-mannered killer stalked the grounds of the 1893 World's Fair had its citizens experienced such fear. A reign of terror is upon the city, declared the Tribune. No city in time of peace ever held so high a place in the category of crime-ridden, terrorized, murder-breeding cities as is now held by Chicago. The daily tallies of muggings, rapes, and homicides were troublesome enough, but a new threat, unfamiliar and therefore especially menacing, prepared to creep through Chicago. Young girls stepped from trains into a city steeped in smoke and sin, a stormy, husky, brawling city, as Carl Sandburg so affectionately wrote, and vanished without warning or word. Stories abounded, growing more detailed and honed with each retelling. Predatory men met these girls at depots. They professed love at first sight, promised work and shelter and protection. Instead, these girls were drugged, robbed of their virtue by professional rapists, and sold to Levee madams, and were dead within 5 years. Most of the brothels in the city's thriving vice district were indeed wicked, block upon block of dingy, anonymous 25-cent cribs, but one, in remarkably short order, became as well known as Chicago itself. In these pages, I tell the story of the Everleigh Club and its iconic madams, their libertine clients and bitter rivalries, and their battle to preserve the empire they so lovingly built. I want to stress that this is a work of non-fiction. Every character I describe lived and breathed, if not necessarily thrived, on the Levee's mean streets. Anything that appears in quotation marks, dialogue or otherwise, comes from a book, archival collection, article, journal, or government report. Before opening their world-famous club, the Everleigh sisters, too, were girls who disappeared, and they reconstructed their histories at a time when America was updating its own. To that end, this book is also about identity, both personal and collective, and the struggle inherent in deciding how much of the old should accompany us as we rush headlong into the new. Cast of characters. The Madams. Minna Everleigh, the outspoken co-proprietor of the Everleigh Club, handled promotion, disciplined courtesans, and mingled in the parlors with her boys. Ada Everleigh, the quiet elder Everleigh sister, interviewed prospective courtesans, balanced the books, and was considered the brains of the operation. Vic Shaw, the established queen of the Levee until the Everleighs' arrival, resented the sisters'